Hey guys, it's Will. Hopefully you're having a great day today. In this video, I'm going to be going over Rocket Lab and the position that I've took and what I see over the next few weeks. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Let's get into it. So Rocket Lab is down about 3% today. After it sank, I want to say let's really get it on the money here. It was right around here that we saw open and we saw it drop down to here, and open would have been right there. So I got in after it was already down about 1.7%, but it continued to drop another 1.5%. As you can see, it's down about 3.28%. But one of the things that's interesting is this is a trend line, this green line right here that I drew yesterday. And so yesterday we were talking about Rocket Lab and we were identifying that it's been on this consistent uptrend. It recently pulled back, that this was a previous resistance and consolidation period, and that we might see it bounce on this support line. So it's really been validating the support. You can see it bounced here on December 3rd, again on the 4th, and then near on the 5th right here, and pushed up to $26 nearly, before dropping back down a little bit lower, down just a little bit below that support line. So the support line's at 22.40 and it dropped to 21.85. And then it bounced again right here. And you can see it bounced again right here. And now we just bounced again. And now Rocket Lab starting to push up a little bit. Bears are looking in the short term a little bit in control. But one thing that we have to notice, we could see it bounce, and that's what I'm anticipating. As you can see, I have this pretty low entry compared to the highs that we've seen. I'm about 27%, what would have to increase for it to get back to previous highs, about 25%. And so this trend right here that I'm seeing it's kind of interesting, because on one hand, we see it right at the support. It looks like it is going to bounce and really continue this uptrend. It's a rocket company that has done really well recently. They just launched their 200th satellite into orbit that's supporting data connectivity and global coverage. So it's kind of a competitor with SpaceX, really. And what I was seeing is that it could continue up, but there's something wrong. The thing that's wrong is that we see it getting rejected by this moving average. So a lot of times, let's just take a look. You guys see this green line? This is our 200-day moving average. Oftentimes, this line acts as a support or a resistance. And you can see that very clearly in the uptrend. There was a moment where it broke below before continuing its pattern. Right here, you can see it was holding above that green line, and there's only been a few times where it's really broken below. And so it recently broke that 200-day moving average around $26 when it sold off here at the beginning of December. And now it's at the support, but really what you could see is this momentum changing a little bit. You can see how it pushed up, but now it's kind of like the bears are in control. Right here, it got rejected. Right here, it touched that moving average, got rejected, pushed up momentarily. Then right here, it got rejected. And then it got rejected again. Just now, it's below that moving average. So that's one thing to consider. And now this EMA, that shorter term, is going to be something that we look for. If it breaks out above that EMA, kind of similar to what we saw here, then we could see it, continue in upward direction. That would be first indication. The RSI down here, you guys could see that, is looking a little bit on the oversold, which does indicate a buy. It also is looking oversold on the MACD. As you can see, that MACD is crossed over and it is starting to change a little bit of its direction here towards the end of the day, Thursday. And so I think going into Friday and going into next week, we could potentially see that it will bounce. Now it's kind of a critical level. What we'd want to see is that it continues up. This next kind of level that we'd be looking at first Here's a rejection. There's a support. There's a support. Here's a support. Here's a resistance. Here's a resistance for the most part. And so that's kind of some of the consolidation. Okay, so we could see it kind of play in this consolidation. The other outlook on the trending lines here are, you can see right here. Simply put, it looks like there's kind of this resistance right here, some consolidation, a little bit of a support. It's a little lower, maybe a support right there, but kind of a resistance. Again, I probably should have drawn it a tiny bit higher. You can see right here, support, and then now kind of acting as a resistance over here in this level. So this level right here, you can see there's some consolidation happening, kind of bouncing up and down. And then the next level for it to kind of break above would be above that kind of 2350. If it breaks here, then we could see that next level. And if it broke out above $25, then really the next level we'd be looking at would be up to that $27 to $29 range. So we'd be looking at, that's that 25-30% increase that we could potentially see. Now, if it breaks below where it currently is, there's not a massive amount. However, there is not a massive amount of resistance. However, there is some. You can see here's a resistance, resistance, resistance. Here's a support. So that's kind of clearly identified there. You guys see that level. And just to kind of stretch it out, that would be kind of the next level if it breaks below. And that could potentially happen. It's possible that this previous resistance up here, it holds above that 2150, but most likely we would see it, if it dropped below, that's not a very prominent spot. We'd probably most likely see it retest this previous resistance at $19 a share. And if it decides to make that movement, not saying it will, but if it decides to, and the market doesn't like Rocket Lab here going into 2025, that would be 11% decrease. Now, once we break below that, you know, there's new levels that we could see it go down to. That would be 25% or more. And then that would really be detrimental to the momentum. Right now, we're still seeing positive momentum, which is good, right? You want to see that positive upward momentum. And right now it looks like we're in that stage. I'm anticipating it to go up. As you can see, I share with you guys my wins, my losses, and everything else. We're down a little bit. So that's going to do it. Guys, if you want to get my AI stock trading system, I'd love to share it with you here. This is what I've put together here. It's that first link down below. You'll see it's coming 12/20, a level of AI profits never seen before. This is our world debut. Our team has been working tirelessly the past few weeks to put this together. The AI stock trading system. You can see buy index funds, beat inflation, cross that out. How about buy AI and tech stocks and beat the market? Go claim your early access pass for free in that first link down below. That's going to do it for this video. If you guys want to watch me trade live, check out that second link down below. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.